In this film, we will explain what will happen in your Special Educational Needs and Disability Tribunal video hearing. The purpose of the tribunal is to consider your child's educational needs, but it may also consider their health and social needs. It's normal to feel nervous or anxious about tribunal hearings. We have created this short film to help you prepare. You can watch this film as many times as you want to. You can pause, rewind, or restart it at any time by using the buttons at the bottom of the screen. You can turn subtitles, also known as closed captions or CC, on or off. Video hearings are run in the same way as hearings that take place in a tribunal building. The difference is that some or all of the people taking part will join the hearing online rather than travelling to a special building. The fact that your case is being dealt with by video hearing does not, in any way, make it less formal or less important. A video hearing has exactly the same rules to ensure that everyone involved is treated fairly and with respect. If you have any concerns about taking part in a video hearing after watching this film, you should contact the tribunal staff. You can find their contact details in the letter or email they have sent you. Talk to them about your concerns. They may be able to help you find a quiet space and a computer. It's also possible to ask for a tribunal hearing where you meet in the same room as other people, but this may take longer to organise. This film provides answers to the following 3 key questions. How can you prepare for your hearing? What will happen on the day? How should you behave in the hearing?
Let's start with some tips about how you can prepare for your hearing. Details about how to connect to your video hearing and how long has been set aside to hear your case will be sent to you before the day in the notice of hearing. This document contains important information. Make sure you have it to hand for your hearing. You can connect to the hearing from a computer, tablet or mobile phone from home or somewhere else of your choice. Video hearings work best when you use a computer or large tablet on a flat surface and Wi-Fi. Using your phone may mean that you use up credit very quickly or have connection issues. The device you use also needs to have a camera. If you do not have a computer, tablet or access to Wi-Fi, find out if a friend can help you. You can also contact the tribunal staff or the advice services we list at the end of this section for help.
It's really important to test the equipment you are using before the day of your hearing to make sure it works. This is especially important if it's a computer or tablet you haven't used before. Trying out the system may also allow you to see what you look like on screen before the hearing. Try to make sure that your internet is strong and stable. If you're using Wi-Fi, it's best to sit close to the internet router or connect to it with a cable. Ask anyone who shares your home not to use the internet during your hearing. This will make your internet connection stronger. Shut down any programs that you don't need during the hearing. These can be distracting and may weaken your connection. Make sure that your device is plugged in or fully charged. You might want to keep your charger nearby. Using headphones can improve the sound quality. Charge your phone and keep it close by in case you need to contact the tribunal staff on the number in the notice of hearing. It's best to have this number saved in your phone before the hearing. If the tribunal staff ring you, they will normally use a withheld number. So if you get a call from a withheld number around the day of the hearing, it's a good idea to answer it.
You can connect to the hearing from any room. If possible, you should choose a place that is quiet and private. Tell others not to interrupt or disturb you during the hearing. This will help you to focus on what is being said. Think about what's in the part of the room you will be in for the hearing. Try to make sure that what you're wearing and what's behind you won't distract other people. The length of the hearing depends on the case. If you have young children, it's a good idea to ask a friend or relative to look after them. This means that everyone involved will be able to focus on your case. All the important documents relating to your case will be put together and referred to as the bundle. The bundle sent to you, the judge, and the other party will all be the same and will have exactly the same page numbers. You may receive the bundle by post or by email. If you are happy to read it on screen, it's a good idea to have a second computer or tablet to look at it on. You can also open it in a separate window on your computer. Make sure that you have the bundle with you on the day, as other people will refer to it during your hearing. Go through the bundle before the hearing and make a note of important page numbers and points that you may want to refer to. If you think any documents are missing from the bundle, let the tribunal staff know as soon as possible.
You can have a representative, such as a lawyer or advice worker, at the hearing to support you, but many people present their own case. Either way, it's good to get independent advice before the hearing to help you prepare. These organisations are a good place to start. You might want to pause the film at this point to take down the details. You can find out if you can get help with legal costs, known as legal aid, at this website. If you are not comfortable speaking or understanding spoken English or use British Sign Language, tell the tribunal staff as soon as possible before the hearing so that they can arrange for an interpreter to help you on the day. You will not need to pay for the interpreter. If you need any other support to help you take part in the hearing, just get in touch with tribunal staff. Before moving on to section 2, let's recap the most important points from this section. Contact tribunal staff if you have any problems taking part. Test your technology in advance. Read through the documents sent to you.
Let's move on to section 2. What will happen on the day? Before the date of your hearing, you will be sent details of how to join the online system used by your tribunal and when to log on to it. Connecting to the system before your hearing is due to start will prevent you feeling rushed and allow time for any connection problems to be sorted out. You may also get the chance to check that your speakers and microphone are working. After connecting with the video hearing system, you may be kept in an online waiting area until the hearing is ready to start. You don't have to do anything at this point, just stay near your screen. Sometimes hearings start later than expected. Don't worry if this happens. The staff know you are waiting, and if they need to, they will contact you. It's not unusual for computer screens to sometimes freeze or for people to lose their internet connection during a hearing. If this happens, just get in touch with tribunal staff. The judge will understand if you are having problems, so try to stay calm. If necessary, they will stop the hearing and wait for you to rejoin. As a last resort, it may be possible to take part in the hearing by phoning in. Losing your internet connection will not affect the outcome of your case.
Let's move on to talk about who will be at the hearing. Not all tribunals use the same video hearing system, but the screen of your video hearing will be divided into a number of different windows. It's possible that people may change position on screen depending on who is speaking. Every hearing will have an independent judge. The judge is in control of who speaks and when they speak. They have a duty to make sure that the hearing is fair for everyone involved and that everyone, including you, has their say. Assisting the judge will be 1 or 2 specialist tribunal panel members. They will have knowledge and experience of children and young people with special educational needs or disabilities. There may also be a representative of the local authority you are in dispute with. Depending on their age and understanding, the child with special educational needs may be able to attend some or all of the hearing to give their views. However, the tribunal has the power to carry on without them. They can do this if they think it would not be in the child's interest to remain, or their being present might make it harder for others to speak openly. If the child is young, you will need to make sure that they and any other children you have are looked after by someone else for the rest of the hearing. In most cases, there will be witnesses. A witness is someone asked to speak in support of the arguments you or the other side are making. These are usually teachers or educational experts, but may also be representatives from schools, psychologists, therapists, social workers, and other specialists. If you or the local authority bring a lawyer or advice worker, they will also appear on your screen. In some cases, there will also be an interpreter. Hearings are held in private. This means that you will not find members of the public or journalists attending.
The purpose of the hearing is to expand on the issues raised in the bundle. At the beginning of the hearing, the judge will ask everyone to introduce themselves. The judge will decide on the issues that need to be considered in your case and the law that is relevant to it. They will guide you through the order in which the issues will be discussed at your hearing. The judge and panel members will also ask you and the other people at the hearing questions. They will also give you and the other side the chance to explain your situation and raise issues. If the hearing is a long one, the judge will make sure that everyone has a short break. The judge will tell you what time the hearing will restart. You can also ask the judge if you need a break. At the end of the hearing, both sides will usually be given a chance to briefly summarise their case.
When everyone has had their say, the judge and panel will make a decision based on what they have heard in the hearing and been sent to read. It's unlikely that the judge will tell you the result on the day of the hearing. This is because they like to take time to talk to the other panel members about everything that has happened at the hearing. You or your representative will get a decision via email. This will usually be within 10 working days after the hearing. You will be told when the hearing is at an end and you can leave. If you're not happy with the outcome, the organisations we told you about earlier in the film can provide advice on whether and how you can appeal the decision. Before moving on, let's recap the most important points from this section. Log in early. Don't worry if something goes wrong, there's help available. The judge will guide you throughout the hearing.
Let's move on to talk about how you should behave in the hearing. It's really important that you have your say in the hearing. This helps to make sure that the process is fair. You should let the judge know if you don't understand something, if you are unable to hear or see anything properly, if you would like to ask a question, or if you think someone has got something wrong. If you don't understand a question someone has asked you, just ask them to repeat it. If you don't know the answer to a question, just say so. If you want to say something, it's important that you don't interrupt other people. Just put up your hand. When you do speak, take your time and speak clearly. If you are using an interpreter, stop and give them time to tell everyone what you have said. People often ask what they should call the judge and panel members. The fact that it's a formal hearing means that you should call them Madam or Sir. Don't worry if you forget. The most important thing is to be polite.
Your camera should normally be on, which means that you'll be seen on screen throughout the hearing whether you're speaking or not. It's a good idea to think about how you look to others. Tribunals ask everyone to show their respect by following some simple guidelines about how to act. No one should eat anything or drink anything except water during the hearing, unless they have a medical condition that requires them to. Smoke or use e-cigarettes. Bring anyone else into the room without the permission of the tribunal, answer their phone or doorbell, and have pets in the room that could make noise and disturb the hearing. It's also a good idea to put your phone on silent when the hearing begins. It's really important that you don't take photographs or record anything in the hearing. This is a criminal offence. Before closing, let's recap the most important points from this section. Show respect for the tribunal. It's there to help you. Use the opportunity to have your say. Be polite and don't interrupt others.
We hope you found this film useful. Remember, you can watch it as many times as you like. If you are worried about anything, get advice from an independent advice service or contact the tribunal staff. We hope your hearing goes well.